Oh, frick. I don't even remember what I was doing in this game, but it was fun. Everything I do in this game is fun. Oh, yeah, I was getting irritated because I think I'm in this area, this tree area, and I couldn't figure out how to find everything in there, but it's okay. It is gonna be okay. Excuse me, Lord. All right.
I swear I hear music coming from the woods.
All right. So how's everything looking? We looking all right? We popping. We getting the coolness. We getting the eye sack. Hopefully we looking good.
Sheesh, it's hot. Maybe I can get
Oh, yeah. I remember what I was gonna do. I'm exploring this area here. Okay, yeah, because this area, I remember last time I realized that this area is way bigger than I realized. The quarry. So, like, this area is huge and massive. So there's so much for me to explore here. That I didn't explore. So I'm missing a lot from this area. So it would really benefit me to actually thoroughly explore this place. I don't know where to go first, but I do know that there is a pathway over here. Wait, I think I have to be on top. I think I have to be on top, do I? Yeah. Alright, I have to be on top. Wait, why are you hating on his face, bro? His face is alright. Just chilling, he's just living life. You don't gotta hate on homie bro's face like that. Alright, Alright, so I think this is where they want me to go. Well, if I'm going this way, they want me to go this way. I don't know if they actually really want me to go this way. Who knows where they want me to go? Frick. Alright. These maps are so big, and there's, like, just so much going on. Okay, I remember that I can climb these. Oh, maybe that's what I was missing in that other area, because I forgot that you can climb things in this game.
Oh, you got a Psy card.
This is where she's at. I didn't know she was over here. This is Lily.
Hi, Lily.
You here to take me into custody?
What?
Please, let me explain that note.
You don't have to. I understand. I'm just sensitive because I am guilty.
Guilty of what?
I'm guilty of being a terrible daughter. I've been a jerk to my dad all year, and now I might never talk to him again.
Why do you feel like you've been a jerk?
I'm a
He made
therapist.
me go to Whispering Rock, even though I thought it was kid stuff. I was mad, and the last thing I said to him was, I never want to follow in your footsteps.
Oh my god. I kind of want to be realistic and say that I say that to my dad every day. But I kind of want to say this because kids say messed up things to their parents all the time. A parent that, you know, isn't immature would understand that it doesn't mean that my kid hates me, obviously, right?
It's cool. A lot of kids are mean to their parents these days.
Well, not me. That's why I have to fix him. That can't be the last thing I say to him.
You'll talk to him again.
How can you be so sure, Raz?
Okay, I'm not supposed to do this. I know for a fact that that's not right.
I'm not. But you gotta stay positive.
I try. My psychic senses tell me that something is really wrong with him. I've been reaching out, and he's just not there.
Anything I can do to help?
Well, actually, there is something I need.
Just name it.
There's a very special fungus that only grows in damp parts of the questionable area.
Say no more. I'm on it.
Thanks, Raz.
Oh, dang it. Didn't I go there already? Okay, hold on. What's the questionable area? Yeah, that's where I was before. Ah, frick. Okay, well, we can go back there and do that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we're also going to keep exploring here, though, because there's so much I'm probably missing. Ratchet and Clank that ish real quick. Hold up. Yeah, but I actually did remember that area being called that. So, that's really cool. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so that just takes me back there. So, let me see. There's nothing under us, right? I'm trying to be observant in this game because this game likes to hide things from you. And I'm like, I'm trying to find all that ish. Dang, I'm not exactly sure how to get up there right now. What, does this bounce me? No, it's not a bouncy one. Oh, frick, that's water. I gotta be careful. I forgot. Raz is afraid of water. Okay, that dodge helped me there. Okay, it helped me there too. Cool.
This thing is sharp. Mentally.
Maybe it won't be completely useless with its downward angle it has. Wait, is that it in this room? No way. No way, right? This little cave is just that? That was it? See, this is what gives me anxiety in this game because part of me feels like I'm missing something. Like, there's no way that's it, but I think it is it. Like, that's literally just all there is in here. Okay. But I did notice there's a hole over there, so it looks like you can fall from the top and then come down here. So that's intriguing, I guess. But yeah, the other thing about this game is that you have a map, but you don't know where you are in the map. You have to kind of use your brain noggin. So basically, we went to 3 where Lily was. Now we're at 5. It looks like I'm going to have to go back to the beginning to go take another path. It looks like I'm going to have to go back towards E to take another path to like C or F or something like that. So, looks like that's my only option. I don't really see another way to go over here just yet. But yeah, we can use this, and this will take us back up here, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, looks like we have to be over here so that we can get to some of these other places. So this is Otto's laboratory. We do need to do this for a quest. But I'm trying to see if there's like anything else I can do around there. Like, I don't know. It looks like it's just going to be the laboratory. So I'll go over here just to check. But it's looking like it's just going to be the laboratory over here. But if there's anything like cards or pores, I want to grab those. Yeah, these maps are... these sections are huge. And they seem to contain like a lot of... Oh, okay. Just going to get pulled into a cutscene, I guess.
Sorry. Automobiles only. And apparently, beat-up circus caravans.
Where's that road go?
Just to the highway and the questionable area.
Ooh, I've always wanted to go to the questionable area.
Oh, that's too bad. The only way to get there on foot is through the old mine. And that's a death trap.
Thanks.
I probably just saved your life.
Wait a
The
minute.
story of the quarry.
I was supposed to go over there like 5 years ago.
Or Malegula, or any song request.
I found that other thing just by exploring. It's so funny when that happens in games where like you do things out of order, so like it's just so awkward. It's like, bro, I've been to the questionable area and done like so much there already. It'll be alright. It ain't a death trap for me. But you see, I knew they were gonna have some things laying around like that, like up. Wait, how do I make it do the jump? Oh, okay. I'm assuming I can't get up there. It felt like an invisible wall. But over here, though, anything over here? That was really awkward. I won't lie. That was kind of weird. No, don't do that. Jump up here. Ah, dang, you ball. Oh, that works. That actually was not what I was hoping to find here. Okay, nothing. Yo, what's up, Doom? How you doing? Let's go over here now. I'm trying my best to 100% get as much as I can before the end of the game. So I'm actually trying to actually get close to what you were doing, Doom, like 100%ing it. I'm gonna go for it. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can ride the boats. This makes everything so much easier because there was a lot of cool stuff that I saw in the water, and I'm like, wait, Raz can't go in the water. But since I can have a boat,
Better not be any lake monsters in here.
it doesn't really matter. No, how could you put that thought in my head? Not okay, bro. Not okay. All right, so let's look around. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying my best to thoroughly explore it as much as I can my first time going through it. And then, obviously, since there's going to be areas where you can't get everything, right? Oh, frick. No. I thought I got stuck. Then I'll obviously come back at the end of my playthrough and try to collect everything.
Oh, right. A brain for Nick, so I can get in to see Ford, and to keep Nick from getting his head caught in the stamper again.
All right, looks like there's nothing interesting in the water over here, so... What about this? This looks sus. Oh no, we've been here, but... Yeah, we've been there. Okay, someplace... Let's go over here first, because I know we haven't been over here. And I was looking at this when I first got here. But yeah, I'm really interested in this game. 100%ing it. Like, I don't usually feel that with games. How do I stop doing this? How do I... Game? Wait, how do I stop? Oh no. Oh no, how do I get out? Oh no. Do I have to stop at a dock? Is that how it works? Oh no, I thought I could just go anywhere and jump in and out.
Over here. Just goes.
Oh, that's why they have those docks everywhere. Okay, alright. Oh, okay. I thought I could just ride it anywhere. Never mind. Oh my god, please go. Oh my god, I got so stuck. Oh, dang it. That changes things. That's gonna make it a lot harder to... I mean, I guess they have pathways for that reason, so I guess it's not that bad. Okay, I wanted to come over here. I don't know what these goats are all about, but I'm kind of curious, so I'm just gonna try to figure out what's going on over here. Did we do anything with them? You can slap them, but that's about it. Who put these goats here? What kind of life is this? Seriously. What kind of life is this? I feel bad for them. Oh my, how? Really? Okay, alright, bro. Alright. Okay, so let's see. This is on the map. This is D. It looks like we're going towards D. Well, no. This doesn't have a letter on it. But, whatever. Oh, those probably are rams. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I used to be, like, an animal expert back when I wanted to be a veterinarian as a kid. And then now, like, I just don't even know animals anymore. Like, my brain doesn't remember half of the animals that I used to know. I used to be like, oh, I could name, like, every animal because I'm so cool. But now I can't do that, so... Unfortunate. Oh, that's why there's no letter here, because there's nothing here. There's got to be something. Stop it. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, stops. Oh, my eye, man. You got to be stroking it.
Coach was trying to throw it out, but I knew it was fixable.
With this transmitter, KLOB will finally be on the air.
fop.
No, K-Lobe. Being
Hey!
rogue.
Oh yeah, we upgraded our bags, so now we can get all of these that we run into because we have like 5K. So we're gonna be stacking up on that moolah now.
Hey, Gisu.
Rasputin Aquato, say.
This is the cutest
You seem
character,
like
but she
the
was already trying
reckless
to check
and
out her
resourceful
brother,
type.
his brother.
I have a challenge that I think is perfect for a young man of your disposition. Interested?
Can you tell me what it is first?
Sorry. It involves some secret high-tech stuff I'm not at liberty
They were definitely
to disclose
rams.
to the non-committal.
Yeah, I don't remember animals no more. Everything looks like a goat.
Whatever it is, I'm into it.
Wow. Even more reckless than I thought. Impressive. Here's the issue. My mentor,
Stroking that
Otto Montaris,
ego.
deployed several psychoseismometers like this one to detect and collect negative psychic resonance.
Are you kidding?
Problem is, he kind of forgot about them for a long time. So now they're all overloaded and unstable. I thought instead of me going around venting all these nasty things and stealing all the glory
You want me to do it?
for extra credit, you're welcome. And to free me up for more high-minded engineering work.
Okay.
Come on, Wait, you said yes? All right, good man.
Wow.
Well, if you survive, be sure to report back, okay? Cool.
Okay, so there's something
where are
sus
your
about
records?
that.
Well, I only have one, right?
Hey, guys.
Busted. Now we gotta burn this site and find a new base of operations.
What?
Pirate radio, Gisu. Gotta be ready to bug out in 30
Bro,
seconds.
I was
flat.
literally talking to her for
Feel
like the
heat
past 5
around
years.
The corner.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what her problem is. Like, I saw that, and I saw that little look they gave, and I'm like, oh my god, come on.
Relax, Morris. I'm not a narc.
Exactly what a narc would say.
Wow.
So why a radio station, Morris? Shouldn't you be working with Mia?
Mia wants me to learn how
No.
to reach out into the world. And this is how I'm gonna do it. With
So far,
radio.
he's the only disabled character, and I think that's
Told
really
her
cool.
about this yet?
No, I'm waiting until we get back our first ratings report so I can show her how effective it is.
Okay, I need to go report my findings to the radio police. Oh my god.
Where'd you get the radio?
Gisu fixed up Coach's old transmitter and made it more powerful.
Just be careful you don't fall asleep on that thing and broadcast your dreams out to the world.
Who would ever be dumb enough to do that?
Oh yeah, that's a
Nick.
reference to the first game.
Okay, I need to go report my findings to the radio police.
Ha ha.
What?
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
If I find any, I'll bring you more.
I'm counting on it, partner.
Okay.
Let's say supportive free agent.
So now we know what those weird
Anyway,
machine
our
things
fans come
is.
for
I
the
really
music.
skipped
They
half
stay
of the
for the
game. I didn't mean to do this.
Like who?
Like
Apparently,
me.
I was supposed to come to all these places first, and I did not do that. So
Anyone want to see my oarsman's badge? No?
yeah, a lot of people. That's the thing I was saying. I can't remember who I was saying it to, but somebody who was watching the stream at one point. I was saying how like this game kind of builds on the idea that everybody has some type of issue. Everybody has a problem. Nobody is just perfect and flawless. Whoa! Oh no! No! Please no, game. Oh, okay, we're fine. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, nobody's like just flawless and perfect and has nothing going on. Everyone has some type of issue. And I think that's kind of the concept that it's trying to get across in like a more humorous way, which is why I like the game. I feel like Psychonauts kind of focuses on, how do you say it, like talking about serious stuff, but adding like a little bit of humor and comedy to it. And that's basically kind of like what I like to do. That's basically my thing. So it's like the perfect game for me, which is why I think I like it so much. But, oh no, how do we get that? Oh man, they're throwing so much cool stuff in my face. What did that even do? No, I wanted you to... Can I not turn this... Oh.
I think I got the order wrong.
Oh, it's a pattern. Oh, I see. I see how it works. Okay. It's like a little quiz. Okay, I got you. I got
There
you.
we go. I knew I was good at
I thought I
science.
could jump on it and do this because, remember, you don't get hurt when you have this out. But yeah, that's clearly not the way they intended for that to work. But yeah, that's what makes me love this game. It has such a unique way of addressing mental health issues and just human issues. Like, we all have our problems, we all have our quirks. This game just kind of makes you feel better about it. I don't know if that was the only way to get up there, but what I also want to try to do is see if I can do this. Okay, that is how I can do that. Okay, I wasn't sure. That's maybe not how they intended for that. I'm not sure if that's the intended way for that, but either way, it worked. So. Oh, you can probably use that to glow. Okay, okay, okay. We'll see. Okay. Where can I go with that? Oh, there's a core up there. I see. But where else can I go? Like, am I just supposed to use this to swing off and, like, use it? Ah! Oh, I thought I missed. I was about to get so mad.
One rank up for me. One new home for you, Psy Challenge marker.
Yo, okay, this is really cool. Oh, wait, what the frick? I missed that. No, I gotta go back and get that. There's a core over there. Okay, but how do I do this the best way? Okay, I'm gonna go for this. This is probably not gonna work.
Hey!
Okay, it kind of worked. It was kind of ghetto, but it worked. Wait until you see the final boss. That person is super crazy in the head. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, no, 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 no. Frick. There we go. All right. How do I get over there? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Can I climb in these rocks?
Yep.
No, I cannot climb on those. Really? Come on. Okay, now how am I supposed to get that? Was I missing something?
Just like it can.
Maybe I'm missing something over here. Oh, yep, I was missing something over here. Okay, I see it now. I think I see it. I think I see it. I might be wrong, but I think I see it. But yeah, I think this game
And you?
has a really intelligent way of handling difficult... Are you kidding me? You got... Has a really intelligent way of handling, like, really different... Wait, I can't slide on that? I thought I could slide on that. Am I not able to slide on this? No, you gotta be kidding me. I thought that was how you do it. What? You're trying to tell me I can't slide on any of that? Okay, that is not the way they wanted me to do this. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I thought I could slide. You know how he has like a sliding, he can slide on the rails and crap? I thought I could slide on those to get over there. That was my strat, and it didn't even work. Frick you guys. All right, so how else do I get to that? Maybe I can... Maybe... I don't think this is enough, right? That wouldn't be enough, right? Chicken eye sack. Okay, I thought I knew what they wanted me to do
Polly,
to get
I
that.
have a question, but you don't have to answer it if you don't want to talk about it. Do you ever miss running Jack, though? You were really passionate about the game. I know you and the community had differences, but just wondering how you felt about the game at this point in time.
I mean, mean, I do. Like, I'm still really passionate. He screamed after he landed. Oh, really? I'm still really
Anyone wanna see
passionate
my
about
Origins
Jack.
badge? No?
It's just that, like, to me, like, the community side of speedrunning is just such a big part of it for me. So if that part doesn't feel right, I can't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it the same. That's just what I'm feeling. Like, I just don't have enjoyment the way I want to enjoy it. So since that's the case, I really don't know how I'm supposed to get that. What the frick? Maybe I can't get it yet. I don't know. We gotta just move on. I don't know how to get it. Oh well. Yeah, like that's really what it is for me.
just
It's
like-
not even like I could easily speedrun Jack again if things were ever to be resolved in a mature way, but like that, it's to the point where that's never gonna happen, you know? So like I just can't enjoy it the same way. I tried to for a while, but it's like I just feel like I want to do things that I feel like I have support behind me to do. And if I don't feel like there's support behind that, and that like the community no longer is giving me enjoyment or satisfaction, I can just do something else where I do have more support in community. You know what I mean? Like I'm very interested in learning and developing skills. That's what I'm really passionate about. I am still excited about the open goal stuff. What me and I mean, I was actually thinking that Tyga and me, we can both play open goal Jack 2. Like when Jack 2 finishes, we can play open goal Jack 2, or we can try out open goal multiplayer. I think I'm still gonna be interested in that stuff because it's bringing Jack to PC, but obviously I'm just not gonna be as invested in it as I would have been if nothing happened, obviously. It's just stuff like that really has an impact on my motivation for things. So it's like my passion is still there, but what I'm really passionate about is skill development, personal growth, and that can happen with anything I do. So like I don't have to speed run to work on to, you know, engage in the passion I have for those things. Hopefully that makes sense. So if I'm not getting like that community benefit that like really motivates me and wants me to push through, then I'm not gonna keep doing it. You can only use it once? Wait, what? Oh, that's not right. Wait, hold up. Hold on, I might have messed up a setting somewhere. Hold on. Let me go back to Peepo stream. That's not right. Dang, no one told me that. If that's the case for everybody, my bad. I did not know that. Hold on, let me figure that out. Channel points. The standard TTS. No, it says there's no... Oh, it's a global cooldown. You know what? I'm just gonna not have a global cooldown and trust y'all. What about that? Let's just do it like that. I forgot that that's how it is. What's that other person that people like? What was it? Brian? I'm gonna add a Brian one. Because I know some people like to add Brian. So it's gonna do Brian. Oh, you can do it in different languages now. Oh, wow. So you can actually do something in Japanese. That is dope. What the hell? I'm adding that.
This is a test message from Pepo Stream.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm adding that. I'm so into Japanese. Like, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. Come on. Japanese text-to-speech. I'm also gonna add a Brian, so don't worry. There's gonna be a Brian as well. I actually really like the Japanese voice, too. It sounds really nice. So this one should have a global countdown because I know people are going to be abusing that. So that should be a global countdown of 1 minute. That's fair. But I also want to do one that's English and uses the Brian voice. Let me search that real quick. Hold on, I can't see the chat right now. Or get it back up. What? There is a Brian. What are you talking about? Oh, I messed it up. That's why. English. Let me know if these things, like, show up for y'all, like, immediately. They should.
This is a test message from Paper Stream.
Alright, so I added the Japanese one. I'm gonna try to add another one that's just for Brian. Hold on. And by the way, if y'all have any suggestions for AI ones to add, let me know. Why is there 2 text-to-speech, then the character ones? There's 2 regular ones? Oh, frick. I probably... Is it fixed now? It's probably because I didn't rename the Japanese one right away. My bad. So it should be US English. This one's gonna be called Brian. So people like Miggle who like to use Brian's voice can still use it. Wait, what the hell? Why can't I find Brian? Wait a minute, where's Brian? That's English, right? Does he have like an accent or something when he talks? Is he like a... What? Are you serious? I don't see that. Yeah, I see Matthew, Sally, Kimberly, Kendra, Justin, Joey. I don't... Is it? Oh, okay, that's why. Because they have it sectioned by type of English. So they have like UK English. Or like, what do they call that? You know, the other types of English. The other English. Oh, they call it British English, yeah. Oh, yeah, that is where Brian is. I didn't know he was British. I think it's because I'm adding new ones right now. Hopefully that's the point. Hopefully that's why it's doing that. What? Really? There should only be one standard TTS. Like, on this list, it's showing me one. Oh, that's why. TTS Your Thoughts is the original one. I need to get rid of the original one because the original one doesn't work. The original one was attached to the old rewards text-to-speech. Now they upgraded to Peepo Stream, so I had to do everything through their new system. That's what it is. Okay, well, I did add a Brian. So now Miggle can have a Brian because Miggle was like, "Where's Brian?" So now there's Brian. And then if y'all ever have any suggestions for any of the weird AI ones to add, let me know. But I'm going to have to go to my channel points. Let me actually go to my channel points reward and delete that other one. Hold on. How do I do that again? It's been so long. It's been so long. I don't look at this ish. Oh, I think you open the channel points thing and hit manage rewards. Something like that, right? Sly Rack or Jack AI? I can look for... Wow. Okay, so you said look for... Actually, how did I not think about looking for that before? Let me see. Jack. Wow, it does have Jack and Daxter. What the hell? How did I not look for this? I swear to God, this might not have been here before, because I can't believe I wouldn't have looked for it. But Oh, yeah. They're probably using the voice from, like, Jack 2 and 3. I was about to say, Jack doesn't have a voice. Okay, I can add a Jack TTS, and there's a Daxter TTS. See how good they sound. Is it showing up for y'all? I don't know why it won't let me open the manage reward points from the stream anymore. It won't let me do it. I have to do it like on the browser. So hold on. I'm gonna delete the extra one real quick so that no one's confused. Hold on. I'm gonna delete the extra one real quick so
my
that no one's
bad.
I don't know why it's broken.
Hold on, I'm gonna delete the extra.
My bad. I don't know why it's broken. My bad. I don't know why it's broken. I don't know why it's broken. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I had to open my stream for a second. My bad. That's hilarious. Oh, my God. Oh, frick. Sorry. Wait, how do I change? Where the hell? I swear to God, I hate Twitch's, like how they organize things on here. It's so bad. I can't ever find anything. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
Something. What was
Okay,
it?
manage
Oh, right. A
channel
brain
point
for Nick,
rewards.
so I can get in to see Ford. And
Okay,
keep
I'm
Nick
gonna
from getting his head
delete
caught in the stamper
TTS.
again.
Wait a minute. It says that TTS your thoughts is not even enabled. Oh. Oh, I see. I see what it's doing. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. All right, now how's it looking for y'all? I think it should be fixed now. Hopefully. Let me refresh it and see what it's doing. I am so sorry for that, the echo. All right, hold on. At the same time, I'm gonna try to add Daxter. And then I'll try to go to Sly. We'll see if they have a Sly. And then we're gonna see Daxter. Channel points. Then we're gonna add one more. I'm gonna see if I can add a Sly one. Sly. Wow, they do have it. Sly Cooper. Oh my God, I can add Carmelita. Wow, they don't even have Sly on here. They only have Bentley and Carmelita. Okay, I'm gonna add Carmelita then. I didn't hear anything, so if you're playing it, I can't hear it for some reason. Huh? Oh, okay. Alright, we're gonna do this one. Carmelita speaks. Alright, there we go. We added a whole bunch of them, so y'all have tons of content now. And hopefully the other one isn't glitched and will allow you to do what you gotta do. Yo, what's up, Hangman? How you doing? Oh, you said Ratchet and Clank. I can try that real quick. How you doing, Hangman? We're adding some AI. Yeah, they do have Ratchet and Clank. They have Captain Quark, Help Desk Girl, Resort Owner. What? Who even are they? I don't know them. Maybe diehard fans know who those people are, but I don't. All right, I could add Captain Quark. All right, I added a bunch of redemptions. Y'all better be happy, all right? Be happy. A workout partner, yo. What's that all about? You mean like going to the gym together or just like confiding in each other? Oh, what am I doing? We already went this way. I don't need to do this. Wait, so did I explore all of this? Is G going to that thing? What is G? Okay, according to this, I only have 2 out of 4 supply chests, 3 out of 4 chest keys, 2 out of 5 side challenge markers, and 9 out of 18 challenge cards. How the hell am I missing that much when I went everywhere? Did I not go everywhere?
Why does this exist?
That's not that bad, right? It's not. It could be worse. Ah, my chicken. Dang it. Maybe to the gym, maybe just walking together. Oh, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with having that. That's dope. How's it going so far? You think it's gonna work out? I try to get workout buddies, but these two people, both my partners don't work out. So I'm just like, I just work out on my own. Wait, you made an ad for that? How does that work? It's on a classified... What? Okay, you're concerning me? I'm a little bit concerned.
Scanning for fingerprint. Access granted.
Okay, bro, this is kind of sus, I won't lie. Did you test the other voices?
Nice to see you again, Rasputin. And you've managed to stay clothed. Very good.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Look at all these gadgets.
Gadgets?
Sorry, machines. Psycho-reactive technology?
Rasputin, I thought you would recognize these for what they are. These are dreams. Where do you think machines come from? They spring forth from the human imagination. They are human thought made real.
I didn't even know there was another not Craigslist.
When I was angry. When I designed that one, I was sad. That one, I was just hungry.
Incredible.
Wow.
Glad you like them. You know, I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns, but...
Okay, that name's sus as hell.
seems to put a lot of faith in you, my boy. So, if you'd like to try one out, just let me know.
So I'm assuming Americans can't use it?
Man.
Most people are going to be in Canada who are using it. So, like, if I was like, hey, be my workout buddy, and they're like, I'm kind of in Canada, so... Yeah.
I'll take that card.
Oh, I just realized inside of this place counts as still the quarry. Okay, I see. That's how that makes sense. these individual areas also count as the same location within the same location. So that means anything in here will still count towards that. So technically, a lot of that stuff that's left could just be in here. And this place looks pretty thorough, so... I thought I missed. I was about to say. How do they seem like a really big gym bro?
Not my Carmelita.
Okay, that sounded kind of sus. I won't lie, bro. No, that was kind of sus sounding. Oh, frick!
Some brand new items here.
Ooh, what should we get? I mean, we could do this, or we could look for... Because I haven't had to use any of the dream puffs just yet, so I don't know if I need to... If I should be overly cautious that way. Smash your left ball to the ground when you press square while in the air. One of them says new item. That shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be a thing. I don't know. That's probably messed up. I named all of them, so it shouldn't say new item. Each mental connection node has a chance to restore a little mental energy. Yo! Extends the duration. Bedazzle your enemies while pummeling them with full spectrum fists. Honestly, this might just be worth. Oh my! We crossed rank 52. What the? I wasn't even paying attention to the rank level. That's actually interesting, but that's also a high level one. I told them I'd just do the casual stuff, see what they say. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being encouraged to push yourself a little bit, right?
Wise choice.
Alright, that seemed like the only one that was actually useful to me. So, since that's the case, it seems like I'm probably... How many side cards do I have right now? I have 50? Holy frick, I should be buying these. Oops, I went the wrong thing.
Let's combine that Psychor with your cards so you can rank up.
Oh my god, dude, I could do this so many times.
Let's combine that Psychor with your cards so you can rank up.
I might buy this just to buy it, and then we'll start rebuilding our finances again, and I have tons. I'll be so good to go. What is more important? Having more lollipops so I can heal, or having the dream thing? I think having more lollipops would prevent me from needing the dream puffs, so I could have more lollipops and keep the dream puffs lower. Maybe that could be a strat. I might do that. I might do that.
Great. Great that I finally got rid of that.
I mean, I'm probably gonna buy all of it, honestly.
Psypops will keep you in the fight.
Alright, so let's Combine some of these. Yo. Oh well, it's the first day of my ad has been out. Sorry to get more people. Oh, they denied it? They're not interested anymore?
Whenever you need more gear, the automatic will be here.
Oh my god, I'm doing really good in this game, I think, right? Alright. So we just got a whole lot going on here. So we could easily finish this out so we have dark thoughts. That would be pretty cool. I think we should do it. Because we have 11. Like, 11. Come on now. Add a radio shockwave to your ground pound that damages and pushes enemies back. Honestly, this is kind of worth because I really don't like having to use my other abilities just to get out of a bad situation. So, like, these, I feel like these are, like, things I can get in the future, but I feel like this type of stuff is just things that would just quality of life things that would just help me out. So, I think we're gonna get this. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of ranks. That's what I was saying. You can go high. So I thought I was doing good, but I think that just is, it's because that's just how it is. All right, so we maxed out mental connection and melee. Now, I wasn't...
Ollie, I see you been playing, Yakuza. I see you.
Oh my god, that sounds so weird. Yeah, I have been playing Yakuza, but I've been also addicted to Mass Effect, but I'm trying to play both. I think that those upgrades were worth it, though. I gotta say, those upgrades are probably worth. Alright, so... Because, like, now I can ground pound and I get a wave of effect, which is really useful. I have, like, full combos. That way I can just rely on mental connection and melee for most of my attacks, and then I can organize my abilities to what I happen to use the most. So I can have...
You found these really quick, lol.
I can have...
Mass Effect.
Yeah, I did. That does not sound like Jack. I can see it. I can see it getting there, though. I can see it trying to get where it needs to be. It's just not doing it very well. Yeah, so like these seem to be the ones you use the most. So I can have these on these triggers, and then every once in a while I can switch on clairvoyance if I need it. But like I don't really need Psy Blast that often, and mainly you use it to attack. So if I don't want to use it to attack, what can I use it for? That's basically what I'm trying to decrease the amount of times I have to change them all the time. Okay, how did I get up to that thing? I was up there before. I wanna... That's not Jack! Look, bro, it's still in production, alright? The AI isn't finalized. Are you serious? Don't be hating on it too harshly, alright? Miko did tell me they were gonna tell me about some better ones.
Jax is a scam.
That sounds so bad. Oh my god. Jax is a scam. Who are these people? See, maybe I'm overthinking this. I'm wondering if, like, how do I get him to, like, not do that? Okay, maybe when I jump up here, what I'll try to do is... That is not what I wanted you to do, bro. That is what I wanted you to do. Yep. Dang it. Alright, I don't know if that's the way they want me to do it. Yeah, honestly, that's true. That's probably really hard for the AI to do. Honestly, they just didn't have that many other characters. There was Bentley. They had Bentley.
hazing rituals for new agents.
Think about not doing something like that again.
That one wasn't that bad. That one wasn't that bad, but it can be improved upon, definitely. I'm trying to make sure I get everything in this room. I think I'm overthinking it, though. I don't think I can do anything else with that, what I was trying to do. See, I was trying to see if that would blow me, but I don't know if that works. It probably doesn't work the way I think it does.
Nobody's eaten you yet? Well, don't take it personally.
Think about not doing something like that again!
Agent Mentalis?
Yes, Rasputin?
Got any cool devices to lend out?
Shh. Interns aren't allowed to check out my devices. But if you were to take your time, say, delivering one of these to Sasha or Mia, well, that would be none of my business.
Wow.
This one is a thought tuner. Use it to find stray thoughts floating around the world. And this psi-enhanced camera is for creating
this is what you were talking about before, Doom. I think this is what you were talking about. I can buy
that would only
these.
Increase my legal liability. Have fun.
Otto has loaned Raz some gadgets to help in his adventures. These can be activated by holding left or right. Try them out for more info. Okay, that is probably what you were referring
to. Delivering those items to Sasha and Mia.
Wow.
What's your theory on the mole?
Oh, I really haven't thought too much about it. Maybe I should make a lie detector.
So is Maligula as bad as people say?
Oh,
cool, okay. That's gonna be fun.
Think about that name. If my device had just worked better that day, so many things would be different now.
How do these machines make contact with your mind?
The secret
I thought
is
I was supposed to get a brain from him.
It's a psychoreactive quartz-like mineral that responds to and amplifies psychic energy. It vibrates with the psychic waves, driving the machines.
What device did you build to fight Maligula?
The hyperhyglaciator. It amplifies.
Oh, I'm supposed to just steal it? Oh, I thought I was supposed to talk to him about it.
To freeze water semi-permanently. But Maligula threw our friend Helmet in the water just before the device went off. He was frozen so deeply in my hyper ice, we were never able to recover his body.
RIP.
Only Ford saw it happen, and he's unable to tell us where to look for it.
Well, I ought to let you get back to work.
Wow.
Very humorous.
Wow. I don't know, Raz. I don't know if I want to play you anymore. Wait, it's in this room and I missed it? What? Oh, frick, it's probably in here. I didn't even go in here. For some reason, I didn't think I could go in there.
So many brains.
All voluntarily donated upon death. I have all the paperwork. Somewhere.
Wow.
These people are all dead?
Their bodies are. And their brains are no longer capable of thought. But I've preserved them here, in the brain frame.
What for?
Experiments.
Ew. Really?
No room for the squeamish in psychic science, Sonny. The mind is the final frontier of humanity, and we've only begun to explore its mysteries. That is, after all, the true mission of the Psychonauts. Someday, my brain will live here, and yours too.
What?
Should have read that NDA more carefully.
Wow. Okay, give me a brain. Evaluate unprocessed minds for assignment and dispersal. Browse currently active brain experiments.
Unfortunate. Been in there too long. Hey, I think I know this one.
Cause of death, sleeping, baking. What?
I just want to squish that one.
Are you okay?
Yikes. Damaged. No. Doesn't have the oblongata I'm looking for. Ouch. No thank you. Hard pass.
Why are all these blocked? Am I supposed to just pick a random brain out of this?
Like this one came from a celebrity. I have a good feeling about this brain.
Cause of death, skateboarding? Am I supposed to be...
This one can't be real. I feel like this one came from a criminal.
A criminal?
What went wrong here?
That doesn't look right.
Wow, that is one weird-looking brain. Weird.
Dude, what the hell happened to their brains?
You know, sometimes you see a brain and you just know you would have liked the person.
Their cause of death was gaming? What?
Woof. Check out the smug look on this brain.
Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
have a feeling this person died in jail.
They died because of roleplay. Okay, bro.
You call that a brain?
Did I go through all of them already?
How's
Yeah, I don't understand why there's holes in some people's brains. And then some brains are stitched up.
That one looks like mine.
Some brains are different colors.
That's the second biggest brain I've ever seen. This brain gives me the creeps. Probably a good thing this brain is in a jar. I think I see a dead fly in there.
That's disgusting, bro.
Oh, okay. This one's got attitude to spare.
Okay, so I've been through all of them already. How am I supposed to pick which one? That's what I'm not sure about. Wait, how do you even take it out?
That one looks a little soggy.
Release unauthorized. So I can't do one of these, right? How do I, what about...
Too big for Nick.
Oh, frick, you can scroll through a bunch of them.
They're all starting to look the same to me.
Oh my god, dude, how many are in here?
Cute. What's that smell? Kinda wanna poke this one. Good curves on
Flaming noobs?
This one seems nice.
Yeah, if I think it seems nice, how do I take it?
So small. They should really change that one's juice. Seen one brain, you've seen them all.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to be looking for in here, to be honest.
This one's my favorite. Why'd they even save this one? You call that a brain? Been in there too long.
Okay, so we see a bunch of brains. How am I supposed to take one? That's the question. Does it say something in here about this? I should enter the unprocessed mind section of the brain frame and release a good brain to bring into Nick. Unprocessed. So I'm supposed to do it from the unprocessed ones. But how do I release it? It says locked.
Too small for Nick. Don't like the undulations. That one looks a little soggy. Don't like the undulations. Hey, this one looks not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, wait, what the heck? How'd that happen? How was that? How did I not notice that? What the frick? This is so nasty.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
Time to lick some booty eye.
Yo, what's up, Nugget? Sound like it said boogie eye. Time to lick some boogie eye.
Maybe I'm too late. Doesn't seem to be any life left here. Oh, hello. Can you hear me? My name is Raz. Who are you? How long have you been in here? What's your name?
Sorry. Oh, you. Sorry, I just haven't talked in such a long time. Oh my gosh, is that my voice? Is that what I sound like? What do you sound like? Oh my gosh, who are you? Are you not me?
My name is Raz.
Words. Words. You're saying words to me? What was that non-word sound I just made? Am I dying? No, not dying. I feel alive. Very alive. Who are you? Who am I? Am I anything? Am I everything? Am I God? Oh, I'm not sure, but I feel like I might be God, or the universe, or the ultimate cosmic oneness, or something in that jam. Am I right?
Well...
Oh, okay, so we found the philosophical
right now,
light.
You're kind of a brain in a jar.
Huh?
But if you can remember your name, we might be able to find out what happened to your body.
I can't remember much of anything.
I believe you are suffering from extreme sensory deprivation. Years with no physical input has caused your memory and identity complexes to atrophy.
Oh, I am not ready for words that big yet.
I happen to know of a body that needs a brain right now to keep it out of trouble. If I were to place you in that body, you would start to receive fresh sensory input, which could trigger some of your lost memories.
Let's do it! Wait, what's a body? Aren't we all one?
I'll be right back.
What? Where can you go? This is everything.
I promise to be quick. While I'm gone, you try to remember stuff.
Okay, but please hurry. I'll try to remember when I created the universe. Or when I destroyed it.
Sus.
If I put this brain into Nick's body, I think I'd be helping them both
Bro.
out, as well as helping me to get into the mail clerk's private office. Come with me, handsome. Have brain will travel. Back to the mailroom to put it in Nick's head.
Sus as all hell. Okay? Sus. Anyways, I think that's all we need in this place, so let's get out of here. I have no idea why he did all that. Homie, but sus as hell! Alright, here we go.
I'm getting the sense there are some stray thoughts nearby.
So we can rebrain Nick, but we're not gonna do that right now.
I should check it out with my thought tuner.
Now we have the thought tuner.
People might think this thought tuner looks dorky.
Yo, what's up, Luminar?
What's that? Round some thoughts. Thanks, Thought Tuner.
Psychonauts. Oh, frick. I can do this anywhere?
This is too pretty to leave.
Bro. Okay, this is probably how you get like half of the things in this game. Oh, this game's amazing. I highly recommend it. If you haven't played it. It's Psychonauts 2. I recommend playing the first game and this one. It's a great game, great series. I love it. Alright. See you, Luminar. I bet that's how you get that thing on the rocks. Probably. Everything that I was like, how the hell do you get that? That's probably how you get it. What's the other one? Let me look at that. Auto shot. The auto shot camera allows riders to take photos in both physical and mental worlds. Additional filters can be purchased at the... Oh, so that's just like for fun, I think, right? This is like for fun. So this is the one that actually will help me find stuff. Oh, wait a minute. You can actually visually see where there's gonna be, where they're at. Okay, I see. Right? Is that one? Okay, yeah, I see. I see how they're gonna do it. Awesome. Okay, let's go.
That's enough of that.
Let's check out what's over here. What the hell? Oh, wait, it's gonna show itself even when...
Straight thoughts I'm picking up?
Oh, so it's gonna show up even if I don't have it out.
This direction?
That's really cool.
Thoughts. Straight thoughts.
Oh, so those upgrades I was doing where I can heal when I'm in here, like that's gonna be 100% worth it now. Oh my god, bro.
Grab this before it hurts somebody.
This is probably gonna have so much of the crap I was looking for. Alright, alright. Interesting. Okay, this is gonna make me want to go back and explore like so much, but I don't want to get too distracted because I also want to make sure I make some progress. But that was pretty cool. Interesting. All right. So let's see how we're doing now. 3 out of 4 supply chests, 3 out of 4 supply chest keys, 4 out of 5 side challenge markers, and 11 out of 18 side challenge cards. So we're still kind of missing a lot. But now I have the thought to go back and look at all these areas again because it seems like... Yeah, see, I figured so. See? Oh no, this is bad. This is not good. This is very bad. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's why they put that there. I gotta go over here first. I forgot about that. Because I have to have the bolt.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to 100%, this is the process. Well, yeah. But I'm not gonna, like, backtrack anything outside of this area. I'll just go back to that stuff later. I just want to backtrack this quarry area because now I know there's gonna be a ton of stuff that I was missing. Uh-oh, no, not this problem again. We had the same problem last time. Do a turn, you got it. Ah! Ah! Okay, we made it.
Okay, let's talk. There are some straight thoughts.
Ah! My questions have answers.
What's that? You want to give me a new rank? Okay, side challenge marker.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I feel like so much of the game is unlocked to me now.
Just like it can.
Anything over here? It looks like there's nothing over here that I missed. See, I don't know what that supply chest is. That's the only thing I'm not sure what I'm missing. I could try to go back to some of these other areas. Maybe there is something I'm missing that I don't see. I don't see anything up here, though. But something tells me there might be one over here on our way back to that other area, maybe? So let's look at this. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! That was not okay, game. What the frick? Let's see if there's anything over here. What is that supposed to help me do? Oh no, I don't see any. Are there not any over here? Oh man, there's so many places to look.
Doesn't look like a death trap to me. Yet.
Bro, we've already been here. Why are you acting like we haven't been here? Wait a minute. Have I been here? I don't remember all this. No, I definitely been here, but like I don't know why I don't remember doing this. I probably did it, like, and just didn't think much of it. I do know that I wasn't climbing as much as I should have been. No, 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 no!
Phew!
Oh my god. Are you kidding? Grab it, you ball sack! Arr! Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. That was so dumb. That was bull crap.
Last Cap Becky, you in here?
Wait a minute, what the hell? Did I really not come all the way in here? Oh, they want you to do it like this.
Card lying around.
Oh, this is how they wanted you to get that stuff. Oh.
Psychar.
Yeah, baby! Okay, okay. Alright, alright. Well, you're getting somewhere. Alright, so I just gotta figure out where that supply chest and key are. And a few more cards. Oh, here's one of those things.
Yes, I'll just gently release the... Oh, hey, 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 hey!
Oh no, it takes me inside.
It access some sort of fight or flight center in my own brain.
Oh god.
I choose fight.
Oh, that was not fast enough. Okay, I see. How do I do the ground pound again? Okay, I'm gonna use that ground pound more. Oh my god, they're hurting me hella good. Whoa, what the frick, dude? Oh yeah, I forgot we can use that. They have bigger range than I realized. All right, let me see. What is the best way to attack? I think they said fire really helps kill those. Yeah, fire is really good on those. So you do that. That gets them. You're easy to melee.
I wonder how long this brain is going to stay fresh in my backpack.
Wait a minute, is there a timer on bringing that brain back? Because I didn't think about that. Oh my god, for real? Dang it. Okay, I think I'm supposed to use this for that. Ah. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah!
I could really use a side pop about now.
How do I do the side pops again? Oh, down. Okay. Wait, I forgot how to fight these. I think I have to shoot like that. What else do I do, though, after that? Dude, what the hell?
Saved by a dream.
Are you kidding me? Did I just die from that? How did I fly off like that? That was some bull crap. How do you target again? Okay, that's how you do it. Oh, I can use that to do that. Wait, pulling them down hurts me as well? Interesting. Dude, how many of this?
No.
I'm not good at fighting in this game, so I guess this is gonna be a way to teach me how to get better at that. Polly out here bullying people? How am I making fun of you for 100%ing games? When did I do that? You 100% games in, you know, this one I want to do that with. It's a little bit different, okay?
Expected, but it looks more stable now.
Dude, I got freaking destroyed up in that ball sack. Holy frick. This is different, okay?
Yep.
I promise. Okay, I thought I came in here before. Did I really just not come in there before? Seriously? Okay, alright. When a game is really good, though, seriously, I do feel a lot of motivation to 100% it. It really just depends on the game for me. Like, I'm feeling a lot of motivation to 100% this game because of, like, it's just so enjoyable, you know? Alright, hold on. I really can't seem to figure out where those other things are. Dude. Wait, what the hell? It's saying the stream is lagging, is it? Dude, I thought we had good internet. What the hell? Okay, well, at least it's not doing it for you. Okay, so now I'm wondering, do I go back in this building and I find more? Hi. And I find things in here now? This freaking lady. Let me see. Alright, as long as it's not actually lagging, it's fine. Oh yeah, this is that guy. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. I'm assuming there's not going to be anything in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay.
Hi.
Stop, lady. Hi. What am I missing here? I thought I figured out like everything I could possibly be missing. I clearly have not figured that out because I do not see where else anything else could be. Dang it. Oh, well, I'm just gonna hope that, like, I might just be missing one. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is go back to that questionable area, because we gotta do that mission for Lily. And, we gotta do that mission for Lily, and I think we can also look through and see if we missed anything else in here, since we have that gadget. So I made a mistake. I skipped way too much of the game. I was supposed to have talked to all those people beforehand. So now I'm coming back here to reinitiate what I missed. All right. Oh, there has to be something over here, right? There has to be, because I remember,
Don't
like,
be shy, little thoughts.
I couldn't figure out how to do this before. There has to be something to it, right? No? Really?
Yep. Welcome to the questionable area, where the only answer is more questions. What's with all the question marks?
What? I thought there was gonna be something over here for sure. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, you don't want to wear something like that for too long.
Oh, what the ball? Okay, that's unfortunate. I definitely thought there was gonna be something over there. Whoa! Dude, there's so much up there. How do I get on here? There has to be a way to get up to there, right? See, I thought you could climb these, but, like, it doesn't let you. So, I'm trying to figure out, how do I get up there?
Fresh inspiration.
How do I get up to those pins now? Because, like, there's so much stuff up there. Whoa. Oh, I thought I saw one of those things. Dang it. There's really nothing around this whole entire area for that. Dang, that sucks. I definitely thought there was gonna be one. Okay, well, let's check in here. Anything in here? Doesn't look like it. All right. We'll figure it out slowly, I guess. Okay, nothing in there. Thought maybe they would add something to that. Nope. They just said, frick you, bro.
Sensing some stray thoughts around.
Oh, wait. He just said there's some stray
Let's
thoughts.
see
What am I
if there
talking
are any
about?
stray thoughts around here.
I don't see anything. So can there possibly be one where, even if I don't visualize it? Oh, it's probably on the other side of the wall. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Ooh, getting closer. Thoughts. Stray thoughts.
Oh my god, bro. I was sitting here trying so freaking hard to figure out how to get over to these places, bro. Like, how do you do it? Wait a minute. What good does this do me?
People might think this thought tuner looks dorky.
What good does this do me? What the hell? Bruh, what the ball? What the actual ball? I've been here before. How did I get up here before? Did I cheat or something? Oh, I think I used that to get up here. Okay, this is cool in all game, but this doesn't help me, so... I need to get up there. That's what I need. I need to figure out how to get up there. Frick.
That thing was making my ears hot.
Alright. Hold on. There's gotta be more than just that, right, game? Right? There's gotta be more than just that. Talk about stray thoughts. It's hard to see where the stray thoughts are sometimes. I didn't see that one visibly, but other times I see it. But he also seems to mention it every time. But I'm not sure if he's always gonna mention it. So like that's another thing I'm not 100% sure on. Okay, I thought maybe he could grab onto that, and the answer is definitely 100% no. Okay, good to know.
There we go. Fox time. Well, I mean, in their defense, they're not called fast thinkers.
But yo, what's up, Quill Rabbit? I should gift you a sub. I'm being positive in the sense where I think I can easily get a job quickly again, so. But I don't want to be too positive. There's gotta be something up here, right? Right, game? Alright. Oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, game. Oh, come on. I definitely thought there'd be... Oh no, that's just the smoke. I don't think that means... Yeah, that's just... Okay. Dang it. How are you gonna do me like this, game? Dang it.
See ya, Thought Tuner.
So is he always just gonna tell me when there's a thought? Is that it? Is that basically how this is gonna go down? Otherwise, I won't know. Unless I can visibly see it.
Man, I really need to work on my TK.
What?
Do you want me to freeze you instead?
Hey, Lizzie.
Not now, Pooter. I'm trying to abduct a goat.
Why?
For dinner.
You sus.
Let's go, Billy Goat.
Very, very sus indeed.
Did a psychic hurt you in your past or something, goat?
Over here, right? There's gotta be something over here, right?
I think it's telling me.
I think it's telling me absolutely nothing. Frick.
That thing was making my ears hot.
Bruh, I thought there'd be way more than that. I thought I'd be like finding them like everywhere. I got my hopes up. There's got to be some spare thoughts where his parents are camping, right? There has to be. Oops. Right?
Look, Nona, look! Nona!
Wow.
Nona, are you looking?
People might think this Thought Tuner looks dorky, but I think it's cool.
Oh man, are you serious? There isn't any game? How is this game doing this to my eye, man? I think we came in here before as well.
This thing's not doing any good on my head if I don't activate it. Yeah, you don't want to wear something like that for too long. Okay.
Well,
let's see if this one's any
let's go in here and hopefully not die.
Oh, here I go. Oh. Gotta fight my way out of here again. No.
Wait, how am I missing them every time? Okay.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, you cannot cancel an attack. Okay, good to know. Can I not grab them? I thought I could grab them. Oh, wow, they can kill each other. Okay, I was wondering. Okay, that was not a good idea. Oh my god, you saw that? That was brutal. Oh no! Dude, what the hell? Walk into that. Okay, so it's really just about timing. Alright, there you go.
I'm starting to realize now why Gisu wanted to fob these off on me.
Yeah, frick her!
Psychonauts, delicious and packed full of mental energy.
Okay, I really like that skater girl, but now she's kind of sus as hell. Alright, dude, is there really no other memory around here?
Sorry,
Come
I
on,
missed that one.
or like spare
again.
thought, whatever you call them. Okay, some part of me wants to check in here again, because I remember this being like a really interesting little area. See if there's anything in here. There's gonna be nothing, isn't there? Oh boy. Oh bother. Frick. Okay, oh yeah! I also couldn't find that freaking kid. Didn't know where the hell that kid went. That little boy.
Yep.
Oh, no, no. No, no. Oh. Hey. I survived. I think his brother, yeah, his little brother. I don't know where the hell that kid went. So there's that. Okay, so I need to go get that plant that what's her name mentioned, so I think I have to go back into that other area. So if we just focus on that for now, I think I might be able to make some progress here before we end this session for today, because I haven't made any progress with the story. Well, I kind of did, because I got the brain, so I know I have a brain to bring back.
Am I doing the pose right? I'm trying to place my fingers on my temple like
But I wanted to come back over here, because I think I have some stuff over here I can do. Like, I think this is where I have to go for Lily, right? Let's see. Lily wants me to locate fungus at the top of the far-fetched falls in the questionable area. Wait. Wait a freaking minute. Are you serious? I was up there. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no freaking... Okay, I thought it was in here. Apparently it's back where I already was, and somehow I missed it. How? How that is possible, I don't know. Uh-oh, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was almost gonna be really bad.
Now, I mean, in their defense, they're not called fasting killers. Nope, this is my stop.
Okay. How did I miss? Wait, she said at the top. Oh my God, are you trying to tell me that I'm able to get to the top now when I wasn't before?
Why ride a funicular down a hill that I could easily descend by simply rolling? Funicular! For those people, I have funicular. Because I know that funicular joy.
Because last time I tried to get to the top, it didn't let me.
Dare I ride all the way down?
Bro, what was I missing? Alright, hold on. We're gonna figure this out.
Goat's so slippery. Need to bring an animal to my mentor.
Okay. We were here before. What could I possibly be missing? Can I still jump on this or real like be different this time? No, it just puts me. What?
I find all these facts questionable.
Bro, what? Okay, what am I missing? She said at the top. At the top. Is there thoughts around here, maybe?
Okay, let's see if there are any stray thoughts around.
No, I did this already, I thought, right? Dude, what the hell?
See you, Thought Tuner.
Okay, I'm not sure what they want me to do here. How do I get there? How do I do that? Yo, what's up, Flower Heart? Yes, the game where everyone has trauma. Yes, we are continuing the trauma game. Now, what I don't freaking understand is how do I get to the top of that? Wait a minute. It shows a question mark over there. You see that? It shows a question mark over there. That makes me curious. Is there going to be something over there that wasn't over there before? You had a thought, but I'm sure it's completely wrong. Honestly, share any of the thoughts, because I'm very confused right now. Oh yeah, you said anything about lore. Do you know like secret things about the game? Like, does lore also mean where to find items? Because I don't understand what I'm missing with this item right now. They did put a question mark over here on the map, so I'm wondering if that means something.
Maybe over here.
What's a tome stop? I don't, maybe? No? Oh no, I don't. Is that like an ability I get later on? Oh, okay. So I'm missing stuff I need for these. All right. So I can't get that fungus for Lily right now. That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get that fungus for Lily. Because she said up at the top here. But... where? I don't see it where it's at. I don't know how I get to the top.
Friend Compton, you guys could talk about...
It's not on the top? You can, but it's hard. Okay, that sounds like a challenge. It's behind the waterfall. Wait a minute. So there's an opening somewhere behind the waterfall. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, frick. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. I didn't see that. No, we're not talking about it. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I didn't miss. It's all right. No one saw that. Also didn't happen. I think I need that one. The one in the middle. I think I need the one in the middle. Tragic love story. Dang it. I actually think it's better if I just go in here. Please bring me back to the top. Please bring... No! You child! Well, maybe I can do this. Bro, are you serious? They just made me slide off? That was messed up. This is so... oh, frick. I'm running out of health. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's not worth it doing it this way just because I want it just to cheat. I think I could do it, though, if I really cared. I think I could do it. What I don't understand is why is this here? This doesn't help me do anything. I'm so disappointed. This actually does nothing for me.
I'm not 100% sure about these air holes.
Maybe I'm supposed to jump over here like this. Never mind. I can't with the freaking screams. No, what are you doing? Stop being sus. Oh my god, I had the hardest time getting him to do what I want. He always is going the wrong direction. I want you to go this way. The other way. I would say this. There's a Venn diagram between Ford, Homura, and Dr. Meraki, but you probably have no idea who the other two are. Yeah, you're correct. I don't. Dude, go! Why do you keep dropping off? Sus as hell! Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is it so hard to do this? You're supposed to hold the opposite direction, right? Okay, there we go. Alright. We're at the opposite direction. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I might be dumb. I might be actually dumb. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, I knew that I was gonna come back and try to see if I can climb something, okay? I forgot about this. I just realized how I was supposed to do half of this. Oh my god. Nobody saw this. Nobody. No, you eating eye. Ah! Nobody saw this. Oh no. There's some over there too. Everywhere where I was like, how do you get up there? I was supposed to just climb, wasn't I? Oh no. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. Wait a minute. There he is! Oh my god. What? Okay. He was nowhere near where he went last time, okay? He was already the frick over there. Frickin' cheater.
This is Morris Martinez, and you're listening.
Hey, I just want to dance with you.
I need my me time.
I love that ice emote. It's so freaking quirky. It's great. It's great. Okay, now, wasn't there another pathway over here? Or no? Am I really supposed to just go down? Nothing over here?
That thing was making my ears hot.
You hate what? Oh, you mean the kid? Oh, okay, I was about to say. Look, bro, it's not my fault they're making me have to follow him around. My favorite character? Oh, that's really hard. I would probably say Sasha. Sasha has just the chillest, like, personality in the game. No. I thought I was about to fall. I was about to slap some hoes. You want to know the funniest thing about the freaking grandfather is that, I mean, the grandma is that, like, she just ignores everybody. Like, that girl is trying to get her attention. Like, nah, whatever she's calling her. You see? Are you seeing it? And she's just not paying attention at all. Like, I feel bad for I feel bad for that kid. Grandma don't give no fricks. Oh, I can't climb these? Okay. Alright, game. Alright. I did this now. Now I'm freaking wondering if I can make it over to this. No! Oh my god, sorry. Sorry for yelling. How did that miss? That was... He should have ledge grabbed. Are you kidding? Alright, hold on. I need the thing. Should have freaking ledge grabbed. That's some bullcrap. Wait, what? Why didn't he move? He's supposed to move. Okay, okay. Alright. How did I get up there last time? I got up here before. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. There's gotta be something I can do. She actually does pay attention. She does react on material. It just takes time. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought she was just straight up ignoring her. I'm like, damn, that grandma's mean. Like, how you gonna do your kid like that? I mean, your kid, your grandmother. I mean, your grandchild. I don't saying everything wrong. How you gonna do your grandchild like that? Is this really the only way to make it? Like, can I just keep trying this and it'll eventually work? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, okay. That strat didn't work. Good to know. I remember getting up on here before, but I don't remember how I did it. I tried to get on the car before. I swear to God. I could not freaking get on the car. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I had this jump. That's probably why.
Yep.
How does it work again? Oh, like that. This car? Or is there another car?
Yep. Oh.
Ooh. I probably got these before, though. Probably nothing. You gotta be eating me. You gotta be eating me, bro. You gotta be eating me. Are you serious right now? This game just loves to troll me and make fun of me, okay? Because I jumped on that car in so many ways. And the game was like, nah, you're not gonna make it anywhere. Frick you. Okay, that's probably not the way you're supposed to do that. Okay, I can get up here, but how do I get, like, even up, 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 up? More up. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot him now? I thought I wanted him to be in that angle.
Holiday party. Ask us about our goat bacon.
Oh. Oh, I see what they want you to do. Okay, I see.
Welcome to the lumber stack, where you'll eat like a lumberjack.
Dude, I was trying to break that ish so hard. Uh-oh, no. No! You ball sack!
Hungry? We'll take care of ya once you see the questionable area.
I panic every time I'm riding on those rails. I mess up the... I should just let it do what it wants to do, but I keep trying to control it.
Stacked high like cords of wood. One word scribes them. That word's good.
Wasn't I supposed to... Oh, okay, I was about to say. You gotta be eating me! Nobody saw that. Didn't happen, bro. Homie, bro, iced my left nut. Dude, why is this so hard? If I don't jump off of it, he just slides off, right? Or am I panicking too much? Am I panicking too much? Maybe I am. I'm not sure what happened there, folks. I gotta be honest with you. Not sure. Ice my left nut. I was supposed to do that. I think I hit the wrong button. Okay, I'm just gonna slide on it and see where it takes me. I'm just curious.
Chloe, sorry to tell you, but you suck.
Dude, what the hell? I mean, apparently I do suck, because I don't understand how they want you to do this.
Once you see the questionable area.
Hey, I don't blame you. Psychonauts is a pretty dope game.
Stacked high like cords of wood. One word scribes them. That word's good.
Wait, why do I keep sliding? I thought I wouldn't slide if I get on the other part of the axe. So I can just jump. I really don't understand how they want you to do this. Like, if I get onto the rail, I just jump like a maniac. Like, do they want you to time it? Like... They want you to time it? So am I not supposed to jump on these? Maybe that's why. I'm trying to jump on these. The maple bear? What the hell are you talking about? Oh. Okay. That was actually annoying, but okay. We finally figured that
Holly,
out.
what in the world are you doing? Just jump on it, Lamau.
I was jumping on it. He was not. He was literally sliding and just not grabbing it. This is what I wanted to jump on, right? I wanted to jump on this and then just go like this, you know? But for some freaking reason, every time I was doing it, he kept flying off in random directions. He just kept flying in random directions. I don't know why. Now it's working perfectly fine, right? But I swear to God, like before, I was just trying to make him go. Homie bro was just going to Mexico, and I'm like, bro, we don't need to do all that. Just jump off on the axe. You're fine. Jump on the axe, and then we jump on the other ish. That's all we gotta do, bruh. Okay. I'm probably overthinking it. That's usually what my brain does. Okay, I did go back in there, right? Did I ever go back in here and test this out again? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Grandma's in her 60s? Grandma thick as hell. Her age is thick, that is. I just straight up missed that. Yikes. Brian TTS. All right. Okay, so I got we're doing pretty good, I think now. 4 out of 4, 6 out of 7, 3 out of 4. I need to find that supply chest because all I need to do is open it. I have the key already, but it. There has to be a thoughts that I'm missing somewhere, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no! No! Ooh. Okay. Alright. Frick you. What the hell?
What? There are no rules in horseshoes. Just the shoe, the stake, and your mind.
Is this like a trick? Like, am I supposed to play this like back and forth, or is it done now? What? Oh, it's over here. I thought it seriously glitched. Oh my God. I thought it glitched. Is there no point to this? Like, is this not like a secret? It looks like it's not a secret. Okay. You see, when she was younger, she almost died in a flood. Oh yeah, because they said their whole family was cursed to die in water, and she survived. I remember that. You know, I really want to figure out how to get up here so I can get that, but I don't know what I need to do for that either. Okay. Can I get to that roof from up there? Something tells me I can't.
Oh, why didn't I stock up on side pops?
Oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of side pops apparently. Because I'm getting my booty eye hurt like a booty eye. Do I have to go all the way back just to buy side pops? I need to find one of those teleporter things. Because I need to buy some side pops and I need to get another one of those daisy things. I mean, that's pretty fair. Bro. Dude, are you serious? I'm literally stuck. I'm literally stuck. What the frick? They keep putting me here! Oh my god, the game just cucked me so hard with that. That was so mean. Oh, I thought one of the teleporter things was here. It's not? There's one around here somewhere, right? I thought there was one around where the parents were.
Yep.
I thought that was it for a second. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's like, I know you're here somewhere. Can I teleport to that guy's, Yes, I can. Awesome. Awesome. Because I know he had some stuff in here. I think he's the easiest way for me to get to that. The hell? Watch it!
Some brand new items here. I hope you never need it, but I'm glad you bought it. Ooh, I should get some of those too. My mental energy has been lagging a little.
Oh, the filters. Ah, I need one more.
Don't be a stranger.
All right, let me look at my pins. We got set your side blast to stun if you'd rather do no damage. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that I had that on. That's why.
Welcome to the automatic.
Wasn't there another one that would help with like health? I don't know how cheap it was though. I mean, I might as well just keep that on then, I guess. Dude, how am I missing so much? Wait, is there no way to like get my health all the way back? I don't remember if there's a way to get my health back. I'm assuming there's gonna be something that allows me to slow time down for that. So, because I think, yeah, because I think that's what Flower was talking about. Now what I really want to figure out is... what can I even do right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do I have to do that brain thing first? It looks like that's the only thing I have access to right now. Oh, I need to give him the bees. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, we can teleport to that guy and do that real quick. I wanted to see what was going to happen with that. I think, where is he at? He's in the, yeah, here, I think. Yeah, we got this.
Hi!
Hi! Yo! Yo! I know I'm dying, but just pretend that's not happening.
Agent Bull, I got some visitors here who are really excited to.
I said one. I only needed one bee.
Are you freaking serious?
Shoo, shoo, get out of here.
I got extra. They seem friendly.
Oh no, don't all talk at once, please. I can't take it. I can't.
It's too much.
Sure, I don't mind.
Too much.
Oh no, don't explode. And don't explode me. Agent Boole?
Ah!
Would you mind if I made a quick and very quiet, wellness check inside your mind? Scream once for yes, I may enter your mind, and twice for no. Great. Out of my way, bees.
Wow. Let me just say that that's not the best way to ask for consent. Just saying. Just saying. What are these weird sounds I keep hearing?
No, not yet. I'm not ready. Cassie's not here.
Not ready for what?
Dinner.
Uh-oh. Let me guess. We're on the menu?
No. Worse. Judgment.
Malia. Aw, that's a cute name.
Court is in session.
Cruel and unusual.
Please remain standing. If you're able.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need some of my lollipops, I think. I think that'd be a good thing to do. And maybe that.
Those side pops are good. And good for you.
Oh, can he not get stunned? Is that why it's just blocking? Oh, you have a big area of effect. Oh, wow, yeah. So basically, with that badge, my side blast is absolutely useless. Okay, good to know. Oh, no! Oh, no! That seems to do the most damage. There we go. I'm finding a strat.
Let's take a 5-minute recess.
Oh, no.
Captain,
Anything but this.
it's time for...
So, this is your original character, right? Do you write about your character? Or is this just a backstory you've created? Because if you write about your character, I'm actually really curious about that.
And welcome to Ram It Down. I'm
Do
your
you
host,
share your
Tin
writings?
Can Zanotto. And tonight, we'll watch one lucky contestant prepare 3 increasingly complicated dishes in an attempt to please our celebrity judges.
Impossible!
He'll
Well-
never do it. He's nothing without Cassie.
Reason why I was thinking about that is that
nice
one of my other partners writes, and maybe you could do something similar.
Let's
Oh,
get
frick,
to
that's
our
not the right
first
one.
dish,
Well,
a
that's her
tragic
book that she wrote, but I'm
delicacy
trying to
from a troubled
get that
nation,
Scribble Hub
a
thing.
Grulovian drowned egg.
Dang it, I forgot how the other command was. Ugh.
First, our contestant will have to find a very outspoken egg.
Oh, me! Pick me!
Boil it in hot water.
I'm all fired up and ready.
That might be it.
Prepare it with an unruly
That's a really cool place to
onion.
write stuff. She really likes writing on
That's
there.
been sliced into pieces.
Just call me Pork Chopper.
Put them both together on a plate and see if the judges can bear to...
Ram it down!
Finish your dish before the clock runs out, and you'll win valuable prizes from the Mystery Box. What do you say? Think you're up to the challenge?
Sounds easy. We got this. Right, partner? Partner?
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
brutal.
What was I expecting?
So you plan to write about your OC? And I'm assuming you draw your OC.
I think I hear something.
Oh, frick, I wasn't paying attention to a goddamn thing. Okay, my bad, because I was, like, reading your story. Okay,
I love cooking, but I hate cooking.
Can I talk to you?
Come on, Agent Poole. Let's do this together.
Without Cassie, our goose is cooked, and probably cooked incorrectly.
Guess I'll have to do it myself.
Okay, so it looks like I need to get...
I think I hear some emotional baggage now.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. I can't believe that just happened.
Careful, that steam is hot.
Oh, okay, I see. So there are already a lot of stuff here to collect. Dang it. I'm assuming I don't have what I need for you. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Whoa. Are you serious? I wanted to... There we go.
Yes, got the duffel bag tag.
Here we go. Oh, it's just heat. Okay. I was wondering if like I could float with that or anything. Okay, so we're up here. This is some hot water, I'm assuming. Okay, so we need to get the potato into this? Is that what they're trying to say? I'm just trying to get these figments. Hold up.
I think I hear something. Ah, here's the hatbox tag.
Is that this? Oh no. No. That's the red one. Dang it. Am I supposed to bring a potato into this? I think that's what that means, but how do I get a potato? Uh-oh. Bro.
The frickin' recipe is named after me, man!
Oh, hey. Come here! Compton on his own. Oh yeah, you can post links. I think as long as you've been watching for at least an hour, I think you can post links. But you're probably better off if you want to share stuff about your OC. You can join the Discord and share it in there. I'll be able to check it more easily when I'm not focused on a game. Let's see. Right? Go, but I wasn't paying attention, so I gotta figure out how to play it. Oh no. Oh no. Aw. What the? Okay, that is really depressing. Can I burn these? No? Oh no! 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 I can't see! Oh, okay, we're fine. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Let's see. I can't breach a permit. Only a mod can. So if a mod feels like they want to, they can do that. But otherwise... Okay, that worked. Okay, how do I... Now I want to go back. I really just wanted to grab that figment.
I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
Don't forget to take an egg. I don't see where the egg is. That's an egg? Oh, I thought it was a freaking potato. Oh, wait a minute. I see baggage.
I think I hear some. I need the steamer trunk tag.
What? I have every tag but the ones I'm finding in the audience. What? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, frick, that was scary as hell. Okay, we're gonna go to the center.
We only have 5 more seconds. Oh, sorry, I'm
Bro, I'm gonna fail. In the audience, in the audience in the middle.
Maybe have I poisoned them?
And Chef has the egg.
I don't know what it means. Oh my god, this is sick.
What to do with it?
This is sick.
We got this, right?
Wait, are we killing them? Oh! I forgot about the steam. Oh my god, I forgot about the steam.
It's happening.
I'm so freaking sorry. I'm so freaking sorry. Oh god. Oh frick, I feel so bad for them. Oh no.
I could have ended up a stupid chicken.
You know, a watch pot never boils.
Oh, you're having a good
Just
time?
sit there resting on your boils. We've got other ingredients to prepare.
Oh, frick. Okay, I gotta get an onion chopped. Okay, onion has to be chopped. Okay, where's an onion? Is that an onion?
Too many ingredients.
Onion acquired.
Oh, frick, that's an onion.
You won't be sorry.
We gotta chop the onion.
I'm ready for the knife!
Dude, how the hell am I supposed to do this? I guess like that. How do I get you in there?
Slice me up, I dare ya!
That's a blender? Oh no, that's a blender. Oh no, frick.
If I were in the slicer!
What the hell? Oh, frick, I never even went to the pig. Oh my god, this is so scary. Where'd the onion go?
And he's boiled the egg. The judges are shocked. Maybe this chef is going to go the distance. Let's see what he does while that egg is boiling.
No, get out of here. No one saw that. Didn't happen. Okay, all right. We're figuring this out when we have no idea what's happening. Oh, they want me to ground pound? No? Oh, pool. Okay. Pull. Pull it. What? I was only trying to help. Where are you now? A normal pool. Oh, I always assume if there's anything pool related, I have to use the telekinesis. Aw. Oh, they just want me to do it like that? Are you serious? Come on, bro. I thought it would be telekinesis.
Quick, hit that button, chef.
Wait, what? Okay.
And that's a perfectly chopped onion.
I feel like this is the real me.
Let's plate that ingredient, chef.
Wait. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I get it. Okay, now we gotta go back up here again and get the egg. I don't know how I'm figuring this out when I don't know what the hell is happening, but we're figuring it out.
He's boiled the egg.
We make a great team.
Let's see if he can get it to the plate.
Oh my god, I can't believe I finished that when I had no idea what was happening.
If Chef would just hit that button, we can begin the
Oh my God.
presentation.
Did we make it?
30 seconds to go. I don't want to panic you, but I would say panic would not...
Dang it, I definitely didn't collect everything in there. I definitely got to come back.
Well, here we are, at the moment of truth. Will we be looking at a drowned egg or a drowned contestant? Reveal
Oh, I thought I failed. I was about to say, what the hell?
the meal.
How the hell did it turn into that?
So, what we did was, we took an egg
Boring.
and we popped it into the water.
Pedestrian!
Then Chef had the idea to
Oh, okay,
withhold
there's gonna
the
be
salt
multiple.
at just the right moment to create a sense of longing within the yolk, if you will.
You what?
We think it really improves the nose feel of the composition.
Compelling.
Bon appetit.
Ew.
Surprisingly acceptable.
I'm assuming that's good. Okay.
And that's not all. By finishing within the time limit, you've opened the mystery box.
Hey, yo!
Well, don't
I
just
need that.
stand there resting on your laurels.
That one was a gimme.
Let's see how you do on your next dish. Shoo!
Okay, so he's terrified by, like, literally everybody. Everybody makes him feel like crap.
Well,
Fantastic. Well, get ready, because it's time for your next dish, right after this commercial message.
Wow. Tin Can Crunch.
no.
Oh my god! I didn't know I was actually playing. Oh my freaking god. I thought this was a commercial. What kind of commercial is this? Oh my freaking god, dude.
Time for justice!
I forgot. Nothing cancels their attacks. Dang, man. No, 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 stop, stop, stop.
Never touch a judge's gavel!
Where'd the gavel go? Have you just lost it? Ow, that's kind of rude, bro.
My power comes from justice, not that little...
Oh, frick, I attacked too much there. Okay, so that is the strat. They want you to take it and then throw it at him.
Cross-examine, counselor.
All right.
Agent Poole, an important thing to do when you're feeling overwhelmed is to take breaks. So before I push that button and start the next dish, let's take a breather, okay?
Good idea.
Ah, okay, this is what y'all meant. Got you. Oh no, Lord. How do I get rid of that and not take damage on it? That's what I need to figure out. I thought I could burn it.
Hey, I have a mystery prize.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that. Sorry, getting burnt for no freaking reason. Like, and having to fight during the commercial break. I wasn't expecting that, alright? Bro, are you serious? Oh, I was already full health, that's why. Okay, we'll just pretend it didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm hoping that there's multiple half-a-brains in here so I can get, like, a whole nother health thing. That would be dope. My guess is this is another half-a-brain, and then this is, like, something important for the story or something. Wait a minute. Did they just put more figments? Because I swear I got these last time. Didn't I? Huh. Maybe I didn't. No, bro, no. I'm so bad at that. Oh my god. Alright, doesn't matter. Okay, we did that. Ooh, there's one here. Nice. Oh, really? Aw, I thought I could get all of it.
Next button and start the next round.
Shut up. I'm not starting the next round. Okay, that is not how they want you to do that. Alright. I was trying to cheat, but the game is like no, so it's fine.
I like
Ooh. Yo! I didn't think that was actually gonna work. Do I want to be back over here, though? You ain't seen what's in them today. You can get them all in the first visit, but you would have had to finish in the time limit. I did finish in the time limit, didn't I? I didn't? I thought I did. Oh, you mean like way the fastest possible time, probably, right? Oh no, this is gonna be sus as all hell when I have to do this. Oh, there's that other one. Here we go. I know I got the thing for you. Ah, okay, yeah. Nothing back there. Yes, there is. I knew it. I knew it. I just know this. I'm figuring this game out.
Suitcase tag.
This game sus sometimes. Wow. Okay, it did come to me. I was about to say. That's some bull dicks. I didn't even see that sitting there, so there's that. And then the other one... Which one was it? Wasn't there another one like around here or something? Maybe not. Maybe behind it? Yeah. How surprising. Okay, I might have to save in here and continue here next time though, because it's getting kind of late. Nothing else back there? Okay. Something tells me there's gonna be something around.
Quiet time.
Well, maybe
But
not.
if I'm gonna help Agent Poole, I'd better hit that button and start the next dish.
You better shut the frick up. That's what you better do. We ain't doing it until I'm ready. I do want to try to collect everything that I remember I saw, at the very least. And then I'm probably going to continue this from the next time we play. Oh, frick, I had full health. My bad. This is actually really cool. This is a really cool thing they added for this. I like it. We almost got all the figments, though, so I'm wondering where the rest are. They're probably going to spawn in the other rounds. It looks like that's how they're doing this. I can't remember. Where was that green one behind? Oh, it was behind this. Oh, frick, I hate this thing. I don't understand. I don't know if I'm not supposed to stand in that at all or what.
What's that sound? I need the steamer trunk tag.
I still didn't get the tag for this? No! Alright, alright. There was one over here that I didn't get. I think I had the tag for this one now, right? Yeah, there we go. I'm missing a tag, and that's sus, because I don't know where I could possibly be missing one. I thought I looked everywhere. There's probably something obvious I'm missing. Oh no! No! I thought maybe there'd be something behind there, okay? Oh my god.
I don't want to use the thought tuner while I'm inside a mind. I'm surrounded by so many stray thoughts, it might explode. Or, you know, make a really loud sound.
Wait a minute. Did I use that back there? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did, yeah. What else do we got? What else can we do? I don't know. There's gotta be some obvious place that I didn't think about checking. I did go back there, I think. Bro. What? Are you trolling? Apparently they want me to do it like this. Okay, so there are shortcuts.
Maybe it's time to smash that button and get cooking again.
Maybe I can try one more round. Because I really want to figure out... Oh, frick, my internet's being sus again. What the hell, man? I just want to find that last tag. Ah. It's got to be here somewhere.
Yep.
Oh no. Can I really not? Wow. Okay, the game won't let me glitch this. I really can't get on it. All right. I don't think that's related though, because I don't see anything here. What did I not check? Oh no! Wait, did I go on this one? I think I did. But what is the point of this one? Feels pointless. That makes me sus! I can't reach down there, it's too far. Oh, come on, bro.
I think I hear some emotional baggage nearby.
Yeah, but somehow I'm missing the ticket. I'm missing the key. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. How do I check to see how much I collect in here? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I haven't gotten a tag for that at all. So I'm assuming I probably have to start the next thing to be able to do that. That's my guess. And we almost got all the figments. We got 1 or 2 nuggets of wisdom. My guess is they might not appear until later. And I hope I'm right, because I really don't see where I could have missed. Wow, really? Okay. All right, I might go for one more round, and then I'll probably stop there, because I'm kind of curious to see if more things will spawn.
See, Agent Bull? You can do it.
Next one won't be so easy.
You got that right. For your next dish, you'll be creating a strawberry jam croque madame.
Ooh,
You'll need to boil another egg,
Easy.
take some bread,
I've already risen to the occasion.
slice it up.
Bread's much nicer once it's been through the slicer.
Okay.
Fry it up on the griddle.
I'm getting ready to ribbit flip out.
Oh, no.
Well, what about the strawberry, huh? Hey!
Glad you asked. We'll need not just any strawberry, but a strawberry that's been blended.
Did someone call for patty puree?
Oh no, we have to do all of it?
It's time to show us
every
your
single one.
Best, madame. I wonder which ingredient he'll select first.
Hey, I hear you worked with my brother. I can't wait to get cooked.
Oh my God.
Walk in the kitchen, please. Especially with that.
I did not mean to do that. Okay. So we got our egg. I guess we should try to do this, the blender.
You won't be disappointed.
Looking for the perfect blend?
Careful. I lost an arm in there once. And once a goat tastes human flesh, well, it changes the relationship. Trust me.
Quick moving blades, razor sharp. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my God, that was kind of messed up.
I wonder if I should work on something else instead of waiting.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. No, wait. Might as well just go down here. Okay, all right, so we gotta, what did they say? We need bread, bread. We gotta cut this bread up.
Look, right? Right?
Can't make a croque madame with that bread as it is. Okay, that egg is full. Now Chef has to just get it to the plate. Okay, he's placed the ingredient. Will he be able to pull back the pork chopper's action hoof?
I can't believe they missed an opportunity to make that you do it with telekinesis.
He pushes that button, the chopping begins. Chef is now.
You wanna grill it? I got your skillet.
We only have 5 more seconds. Oh, sorry, I meant minutes.
Wait a minute. Okay, so when I grew it all, do I have to put all of them in there? Do I have to put all of them in the pan?
Now that he's sliced the bread, Chef just needs to fry it up.
Get me in that pan, man.
All right, how do I do this?
Good job on that bread, Chef. Just don't forget to plate it.
Is there an easy way to get out of here? Looks like there is not.
Actually
Okay.
smells good.
Over here!
Okay, we got this. We got this.
3 minutes left, oh my!
He's done it! All the ingredients are in. As soon as Chef hits that button.
Oh, frick, man. That was stressful.
What do you think, Chef? Did you get caught in a jam? Are you worried about croaking?
Oh my god.
Reveal the meal!
What do you have to say for yourself?
We have attempted to infuse this dish with,
Curiosity and resilience. The more sensitive palates among you will also discern just a dash of regret.
Slightly better than a mouthful of nails.
Okay.
And that's not all. By finishing within the time limit, you've opened the mystery box.
Maybe I should just finish it. Frick it. Wait.
Be gone!
And bring us more food.
Well, you two must be feeling great after producing such a
Bring us more
quality
food.
product for our judges. And speaking of quality products, it's time for a word from one of our
Wait a minute.
sponsors.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping that there's gonna be more that spawn after this because I couldn't find nothing last time.
I sentence you to death!
Oops, that was not what I wanted. There we go.
Council must not badger the gavel.
Okay, we're getting better at fighting, I think. Oh, no, I didn't get out of range, really. Hold on, let's get some health.
Never touch a judge's gavel! This is a court of law.
Hopefully there's nothing in that area.
Thank you for helping me, young man. I don't know what I'd do without you.
How would you feel?
Woo! Baby! Wait, was Doom trying to roast me? I think Doom was trying to roast me, bro. Okay, so it looks like they did spawn some new ones. So it looks like every single time they're gonna spawn new ones. So my hope is that maybe I can find the tag this time as well. Oh. Okay, no one saw that. Didn't happen.
Almost ready to hit that next button and start the next round.
Impatience. That was not me. I was not impatient. Don't worry. I don't know if that's the only way to do that, but it is a way. Wait a freaking minute. No! 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 Oh, man. Is there something over there? There probably isn't, right? This game needs to stop killing me. I just want to be curious. Okay, I'm assuming there's nothing over there. Now, would they put anything in the same spot something else was in? Probably not, right? All right. I actually am enjoying this so much, I might try to finish it. I really don't understand where that tag is, though. Bro, what? Bro, you gotta be stroking my eye sack with that. Wait a minute. Can I jump to these? Yes, I can.
I can connect to this thing.
I forgot. I got that. I unlocked that.
What a try.
Oh my freaking god, they're so...
Always happy to get another nugget of wisdom.
Dude, I didn't realize there was this much secret crap. Is that the last one? I'm assuming that's the last one, right? Yeah, it looks like that was the last one. Alright, but is there anything over here for me? Okay, so we almost got all the figments. We got all the nuggets of wisdom. We got both half of mines. I should be able to get all the figments, but I don't know where the hell that bag is. I really don't know where that bag is right now. And the sad thing is I'm missing the freaking tag in the bag. Is there anyone black ones connected to this one? No?
I like quiet time. But if I'm gonna help Agent Wood, I'd better hit that button and start the next.
Dang it, bro. I'm not finding nothing, so I'm hoping that it will come the last time, or like maybe I'll get lucky and figure out where they hit it.
Yep.
It was definitely worth maxing out that mental clarity thing, though, for sure. Wait, how many points do I have? I could do some stuff with this. Pyrokinesis damage duration is increased. Increases devastation of wrecking ball attacks. That could be useful. Take no damage for a brief period when entering clairvoyance. Your powers are no longer restricted by cooldowns. Gain an additional blast before having to recharge. This could be nice. I just don't use Psy Blast as much. Now this is actually, I actually think this is worth it right now. Because I seem to be using that a good bit. And then honestly, maybe this. Make those powers a little bit stronger for me. So we get more damage with the fire. Ooh! I see you. And I did not see you last time. Now, is there another one over here? No. Dang it. How could you get my hopes up like this? Nothing secret over here either. Wait a minute, that makes me think, are they really gonna put 2 figments in the last one, or am I just missing them? Okay, this makes me think I'm missing them. Controller has been disconnected. Oh my god, is it dying again? Alright, I plugged it in. Stupid controller! Yo! I thought I went back here. I didn't? Okay, now I'm sus. Now I'm thinking that I missed it. There's no way they just have one there for nothing, right? That wouldn't make any sense. I have to be missing it. Right? Oh, freaking hell. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh! See, I saw that shadow there, but I thought it was cray cray. I was not cray cray. Okay. Are you serious?
That's it. I think I've collected every figment in this mine.
Okay, there we go. We got all the figments. We got all the figments. Now it's just that bag. I really don't understand where that bag is, though. I don't see... I mean, you can. It's just that Discord's the easiest way. But you're saying you're already in a lot of servers, so... I don't check my Twitch DMs as often, but I have had people reach out to me there. I'm assuming I could do this and
we might just
I would get the bag,
this.
maybe.
Oh, I hope I didn't just jinx it.
Me too, because it's time for our third
Wow.
and final dish.
Me too.
Straight from the Lumber Stack Diner, it's the Honey Pepper Pancake Stacker.
Yeah.
We're old friends. He boiled my dad and grandfather.
Oh, this time that egg needs to fry.
Oh no.
I'm your guide.
Next, you'll need a boar.
I'm just a pig, but trust me, I'm game. Get it?
Whatever, as long as that pig
dark.
gets sliced.
Dark.
That's a little sick, man.
And fried.
Wait, I gotta pull a double shift?
To give our pancake stack that signature beehive look, you're going to be using an actual beehive.
Ooh,
What?
I'm all a buzz.
I wish Cassie were here to handle those bees.
But wait, there's more. The final touch of summery sweetness comes from a watermelon
It's about time.
that's been chopped
Sure, I guess.
Bro, what the
I was still
hell?
thinking about that pig, though.
and then blended.
Oh,
Dude!
looks like I'm the big finish.
No pressure, but this is Ford Cruller's favorite dish.
To mess this up would be an insult to the very heart of the Psychonauts.
Yeah.
So, chefs,
That's a lot
better
of
get
crap.
cooking.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so start with egg. That is not the right ability. Yes, I know this is your dream come true. Just like your father and grandfather or whoever the hell I killed last time.
Oh, right. I was supposed to fry that.
Oh, frick! Oh yeah, it was. Dang it. Oh, she just dies? Did she just straight up die? Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm so used to doing it that way.
It's happening.
Oh, okay, never mind. She came back.
Chef needs to fry that egg now.
All right, how do we get up to here? Okay.
Careful with that.
Let's fry that egg, chef.
Woo! Keep the yolk runny, all right?
That doesn't smell right.
Quick, chef, get that ingredient back to the serving plate.
Oh no. Okay, okay. We got the egg. Where's the egg go? Here. Okay. Then we need a pig. We need to chop and then cook the pig. Okay.
They said I never fly. Look at me now.
Chop and then cook the pig.
I can't believe I'm gonna be sliced by the pork chopper. He's the most famous member of our family.
This is weird. 3 minutes left, oh my.
Shush!
Quick moving blades, razor sharp. What could possibly?
Hey, that wasn't so bad.
I feel great.
No kidding? Well, say hi to your dad for me.
Oh my god, why'd you have to fly so far? You gotta be eating me.
Jack, you need to fry up that bacon so nobody gets trichinosis.
Is that honey pepper boar bacon I smell?
Not yet.
That ingredient looks ready. Now, he just has to get it back to the serving plate.
Can I do this? I don't even know. Okay, so we need honey, boiled honey. Where the hell is the honey? What the hell? Oh.
You're moving the hive.
That says boiled honey, right? Okay.
I'm ready for that beehive, Chef.
Oh, I can feel it helping my lower back already.
Okay, we gotta cut a watermelon. Where's the watermelon? There he is.
Don't listen to those goats. They're all liars.
Ingredient in position. Now you must quickly grab the pork chopper's hook.
Get out of there, kids. Those blades are sharp.
Quick.
Come over here, Melon.
Oh my god, really? Okay, we can take this. Oh my god! That actually worked? Is this possible? This probably is not possible, right?
30 seconds to go. I don't want to panic you, but I would say panic would not be completely inappropriate at a time like this.
What's the
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, this is impossible. It's impossible just because I messed up! No!
Now, does Chef remember where the serving plate is?
Yes, I remember where it is, you fricker.
5 seconds.
No!
Don't like being held.
What the hell?
Don't like being held.
Dude, what was that? What the hell was that? Seriously?
Can't please those dumb goats.
Oh my god, I want to repeat this, bro. I so got this. Doing the blender first is probably optimal. I didn't know that it would matter. I thought they wanted you to do it in the order that they showed it there. Yeah, the blender takes forever. That's probably how you're supposed to do it. Dang, that takes forever. Bro, pick it up. I'm so sad.
Well, for better or worse, it looks like the dish is assembled. Just push the button to...
Oh no, how do you repeat it?
Lumber stack, lumber stack.
Have I mentioned that when prepared improperly, the honey pepper pancake...
That's how they trick you? Yeah,
can
fair.
produce an interesting byproduct? No? I didn't mention the possibility of a deadly swarm of killer bees?
I did everything right, just in the wrong order.
Let's see what we got. Reveal!
Oh, come back in his mind later? Oh, okay, yeah. We're coming back. Wow.
Is that the tallest stack you could manage?
It's taller than it looks.
Because we put the literal height of the horizontality of the flavor profile, if you will.
Moderately pleasant.
Oh man, I was so close.
Well, Chef, it looks like you've won over not just our judges, but also our audience.
Yeah, the audience I was killing.
Well, I couldn't have done it without this young man here.
No
You
way.
did nothing at all,
You can
so
totally
yeah.
do this on your own now, Agent Boole.
No, don't say that.
That's great to hear. Because it's time for what audience?
Double down!
No!
That's right. It's time to double down.
Oh no.
Chef will be cooking alone in our isolation station.
Oh no, bro.
Dependent on his sous chef to gather the ingredients he needs for the final 3 dishes.
You gotta be kidding me.
Don't worry, Agent Boole. I'll get you all the ingredients you need.
What do you think, judges? Ready for another course?
No problem.
We're professionals.
We might have to
Ew.
make a little room.
Okay. First
Okay,
dish is
something's
vegetable
sussing.
medley.
I'm very
Ingredients
sussed
on the
out right
board.
now.
I'm getting out of here before things get messy.
Possibly overserved. Ew, this is so nasty. They really did me like this.
More ingredients.
The ticket.
What's that, an onion? Ew, this is so nasty, bro. They really did me like this. I thought that was an item. That's not an item?
Touching that regurgitated matter. It can't be good for you, and it must be unthinkably warm.
Wait, can I not grab anything?
Look out. Run!
Oh, that's just health. I thought that was something for me to grab.
Oh, please tell me this scratch has the ingredient you need.
Perfect choice. But is it too late?
Oh, yes. Please don't. I need a strawberry for this dish. Ram attack.
Ah! Ah! Oh, frick.
That goat is charging. One of those disgusting lumps might hold the key to our victory.
Oh no, he's got the wrong ingredient again.
Why are you playing with that?
Are you serious?
Well, it's about time you found one of those. The smell of vomit on this one, but now I covered up with some like this dish all by myself.
You can do it, Agent Boole.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah, I'm getting overwhelmed.
He did it!
We did it.
Bro.
As you know, in the double down round, the chef's assistant must serve the dish to the judges. Let's see if this young man has a passion for service.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Uh-oh. The judges are so full they're not eating. You're gonna have to serve for yourself.
Oh. Okay, I had no idea what they were wanting me to do right there. That was sus.
Oh, it looks like our judge liked that dish. Perhaps a little too much. Ooh, but it looks like someone's ready to get back in the mix.
Dude, this is dark as
It's gonna be
hell.
messy. I'm out of here. Second dish is royal borscht. Good luck.
This is straight up dark as hell. Oh no. Okay, does the blender come in now?
More ingredients.
Bread? Bread.
Pork, please.
I guess I might never eat again.
Okay, now we need pig.
Oh, you never want to see how the food really gets made, do you?
Oh, frick, my bad. I wasn't even ready for that. I literally took my hand off the controls.
Oh, here comes some fresh candidates. Is a strong word, but they look warm. We don't need one of those right now.
Ooh, looks like he's got a good one. Relatively
Perfect.
No, it literally made it disappear.
Yes, young man. Oh, do. Oh, I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
I'm trying not to, you ball. Bro, if this is my mind, I don't even know anymore.
Quickly, sort through that partially digested bounty and find me my ingredient.
Okay, I need a egg.
Why is he picking up
That's
the
not an
wrong
egg.
ingredient, I wonder?
Is that it? No, that's not an egg either. Are you kidding?
Clear of the goat wretch.
Better.
Just for the doctor from dinner. Brace yourself for a hastily prepared dinner down there.
Okay, we're getting better at fighting. We're getting better at fighting, that's for sure.
That, ladies and gentlemen, it looks incredible, but yet the judges say it's inedible.
Serve it before he gets up and walks away.
This is so crazy.
All right, let's see if our second judge can exercise a little more moderation. Uh-oh, someone's been overserved. And it looks like they're getting ready to flip out. But our final dish is no laughing matter. Mess up these jam tarts, and you'll find yourself in a sticky situation.
I love how he's supposed to be cooking himself here, and he's not still hasn't done a thing.
Oh, here comes some fresh candidates. Well, fresh is a strong word, but put that down. You'll spoil the dish.
Nope.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Ow!
Exactly the thing.
No, I missed! Oh my freaking god! No one saw that. No one saw that. Did not happen. No, it didn't happen. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Oh, frick. I didn't know you hit me up there.
Heavens, more ingredients.
Seems like the sous chef has picked up the wrong.
Stinky, but exactly what the chef ordered.
Oh, that's great.
Where are all the watermelons?
Ew.
Yep.
Wait, am I really avoiding him like that?
In
Oh, cool.
so many ways.
Oh, no. Not cool. Oh, no. Dude, why are you puking in different ways now? You were doing it differently before.
One of those disgusting lumps might hold the key to our victory.
Rats, this isn't what I need. Don't eat this. Wrong. Man, I don't want this.
Are
No
you
offense.
serious, bro? Grab it, you ball!
Finally.
Here comes the spatula.
Oh my lord. Okay, now we need a strawberry. Are they gonna make it the last one every single time, or am I just really this unlucky?
More ingredients.
Oops, wrong ingredient. I don't want this. No offense.
Why are you touching that?
There we go. What?
Oh my god, I thought I missed. Oh, frick.
I don't want to chase it, but I feel please don't play with that. Ghost vomit is not one of the ingredients I need.
My power comes from my baby!
What? How did he not die from that? Give me that health, baby. Oh wow, that hit me. Okay, that's fair. I was kind of in the way. Dude, how do I get out of range so fast? Oh, they probably want me to do, like, I can probably roll away. Yeah, like that. Wait, did I eat the side pop?
Well, who are these jammy fellows?
Serve them quickly, young man. You never know what these tarts might do.
The mental energy side hop.
All right, there we go. We got this. We got this. I was just doing really bad at dodging out of range.
For the hills, folks.
The range in this game for the enemies is a lot bigger than I realized.
Oh. Well, I don't know about you, but I've certainly had my fill of excitement today.
Eh?
All right, everybody, let's clean up this mess.
Wow.
Come on, get a move on. Clean kitchen, clean mind. You see, this is why I usually get takeout.
Honestly, I feel it. I feel it. I feel that.
Oh, that is so Cassie. But what do you mean they won't let her out? What librarian? Here, my boy. You've earned this. I need to go find Cassie right away.
Aw.
Lost?
This game's so wholesome.
Never get lost. I know that forest like the back of my hand.
Wait, don't you want help? Guess he doesn't.
Ah. Look at you growing up
With
and
this
everything.
senior league pass, I can get to Agent Crawler in the bowling alley and try to reconnect that aspect of his mind. The bowling aspect.
All right. No, shut up. Okay, so honestly, where should I stop for today? Where should I put myself? Let's see. So we have the brain for Nick, so we have that. We have the mail clerk. We have the bowling alley. Now we just need the barber, and I don't think we have any context onto what we need to do for that just yet. So I think that what we should be doing is going back to the main area. That's where we should be at right now. And then we can spend our points. Is this where I want to be? Then we can spend our points and we'll be good to go. And that's where I'll stop for today. Because then we gotta... Next time we come back, I will have to put in some work into some of the booty eye. But yeah, I'm not sure what we have to do for the barber, but I'm pretty sure that's going to trigger a bunch of side stuff as well, so. And as far as I understand, I've done mostly everything I can possibly do, aside from there's more of those machines that that skater girl wants me to look at, but I'm not going to focus on that. Oh no, I have straight... Okay, we got to do this here. We got to do this.
People might think this thought tuner looks dorky, but I think it's cool.
Where is it?
Mentalis was Ford's first recruit. Used Psytanium to engineer psycho-reactive and psycho-enhancing devices.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't even know you can interact with that. Get all this money for a second. Dude, why does it keep coming and leaving?
Hey, did you steal that from my desk?
Oh, I forgot. You have to hit R2. My bad. I thought you could find it first, then you can hit R2. Apparently, they weren't letting me do that.
Okay, let's see if there are any straight dots around.
Here we go. See, I can see that one.
Found some dots. Thanks, dots.
Okay, when you get close to it, does it just not let you see it? That has to be how it works or something like that. I don't get it.
No running.
Dude, I think we're doing pretty good level-wise.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Catch you, stray thoughts.
Why did I think this was a person for a second? Nothing? Okay, there's gotta be another one, because how do I get up to the other ones? Or am I supposed to use the other ones to get to the other ones? Is that how I'm supposed to do this? Maybe that's what they want me to do.
Hey, Adam. Thanks for helping me out with the security.
I did not mean to talk to him.
Thanks for giving me back my third dimension. I owe you big time. If Lizzie or any other interns give you a hard time, you come talk to the big dog, yeah? You're all right, kid.
Oh, all right.
Scanning access.
Now you're not gonna be abusive. All right, hold on. Take the
tuner.
I did not mean to do that. Oh my god. Wait, am I supposed to use these? To get to those?
For my afternoon nap.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh, wait a minute. I can use like a combination of them, kind of, I guess. really don't know how to get to this one, though. Wait, maybe... No, that's too far away, I think. That's too far away. No! Oh my god, I think I could have done that with that jump thing. Let me try it. No! Can I not do it like that?
People might think this thought tuner looks dorky, but I think it's cool.
Me too, bro. Me too.
That's enough of that.
What if I did it earlier? Would it work if I did it earlier? Oh, no, man. It dropped me down too low. Ah!
Is it break time yet?
That seems like the easiest way to get it. Maybe from here, but I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, that thing just doesn't last at all, man.
Ow, my feet.
Maybe.
Oh, my feet needed a break. Thank you.
Apparently I helped somebody. I didn't realize it. What if we jump with this first? Oh, no, that's gotta work for something. That's gotta work for one of these, right?
Be a rank riser, a card miser. Combine your Psy cards with a Psy core from the automatic.
Okay, that worked. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to do that, but whatever, we did it. Alright. Now let's see what we got up in here.
Into side challenge markers. Well, if it isn't my favorite customer.
Dang, it's been rough. I haven't been able to buy a lot of stuff lately. I haven't been getting a lot of money. We do have enough for that, but what I think I might try to do is get myself some lollipops.
You gotta remember to use these, okay?
Yeah, I know. All right. Oh wait, let's see how many levels I actually can work with. We have 4 points. Need 5 for that. Additional blast. Take no damage for a brief period when entering clairvoyance. Increases the devastation of wrecking ball attacks and burns a much larger area. I actually don't even know which one of these would actually be beneficial to me. So I feel like I just have all of them like at least up to 3, except for clairvoyance, because I don't understand how that's even helpful to me. But yeah, we're gonna sit on it like this for now, because we still have 2 more abilities I haven't even got yet. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. This was another fun session. I think I got a lot done. This game's so addicting. I could literally probably play it all in one sitting if I let myself. But I'm probably gonna play more Mass Effect later, because Mass Effect is the bay.
Almost time for my afternoon nap.
Oh, they didn't do what I wanted to do. I thought I was gonna do the ground pound. Thought it was gonna be all cool and stuff. Alright, anyways, so next time we come back, I gotta make progress with all this story stuff. I gotta figure out what I gotta do with the barber. I gotta go to the bowling alley. I gotta do the rebrain Nicholas and put the brain in there. All that kind of ish. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we gonna do.